in this video, we're gonna go over the current state of my Lexus GX470 Axial SCX24 NerdRC Gizmo build. Say that fast 5 times. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is Casey's Cozy Garage.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the monsoon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same.
Welcome to Casey's Cozy Garage. This is a build update on the GX, the Lexus GX NerdRC body. This is going to be my Class 1 competition build for the year. If you've seen the last video on it, it was basically like, yeah, what could you do if you spent a lot of money on an SCX24? This is essentially the same build, but the big update here is that body. Look at that. So my friend Mike T, he painted this body. He does model car competitions, so like who can put together the most accurate, realistic model car. And I commissioned him to remake Pink Lemonade's livery, which is right here, with those cool stripes and the reverse fade, and remake it onto the Lexus hardbody, and he did not disappoint. Before we go talk to Mike and for him to tell us about what he put into this paint job, I wanted to quickly go over this build because we haven't seen it in a while. So its body got donated to another car. So this is gonna go back to the stock build, and it was donated back to the stock build for a different video. And we have Heavy Lexi here, right? Yeah, just kind of a big servo, standard Injora 66 turn with an MB100-80 by Injora motor, Injora transmission, because it's kind of the best setup for the budget. We're running a Futaba receiver, so I can use it on my T4 PM. And then we're running just everything else NerdRC. We have deadbolt front brass links, deadbolt rear titanium links that are high clearance, and all the 3D printed stuff is carbon fiber PETG. The big standout is the front axle is an aluminum Mofo X15 with some big Yeah Racing TRX 4M knuckles, and then mated to the LGRP Ghost wheel, so I have a really tight scrub radius, as you can see there. And then in the rear, we have something a little unique, where we have a stock axial SCX24 rear end with a 3-flow 9 Heinz skid on it. And we have, I don't really know how much those weigh, but we have some brass plus 7mm hex extensions. So this truck passes the Class 1 RCMCCA rules set because we have a bumper that goes past the tires and that is wider than the chassis. We have the insides of the tires are within the outsides of the doors, and we're running a rear bumper as well, and everything is tip top and tidy. But man, anyway, let's talk to my friend Mike and see what he has to say about this amazing paint job. We're here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, my friend Mike.
How's it going?
So Heavy Lexi here, right? Used to be this Lexus, and this body's gonna go back on the stock axial rig so we could actually continue the budget build series. But for the NerdRC comp season, I asked Mike if he would be able to replicate this Lexan body that I did on a hard body, because I don't have the painting skills, and he did. So
I do.
You sent me a horrendously long text message of what you did with it. Tell the fine people what you did with it, because I don't think you can appreciate just how amazing that looks, actually. Like,
so I started off, he gave me a stock, like the replacement body. So no paint, no nothing, straight from Axial. I sanded everything down on the seams, all the body molds and everything, to make sure that everything was smooth and it didn't look like a model car. And then just wet sanded the whole thing down, white primer, like a fine white Tamiya, then just sprayed the whole thing in the orange, the yellow. Then after that, I put a clear coat down just to add some more protection between layers. And then I did the fade on the orange after I masked up the stripes. And I didn't know how to do the stripes to have the gap. So I just added more tape with it.
I find it amazing you did the gap, because when I did the gap,
Yeah.
it was completely on accident. It was,
really?
It was some paint bleeding through. And I was like, no way, he did the gap better than I could have done it.
Yeah, and then
Than I did it on the Lexan body.
It was 4 rounds of painting.
Wow.
And I did it all in a week. I didn't get this until last Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday. And then
Yeah.
I finished it on Friday.
Yeah, I went on vacation. I was like, Mike, I need this done before April at some point. And then like I'm on vacation, he's sending me pictures and I'm like, what? He's already got it mashed up and done.
Oh yeah.
So I noticed that you may have like mixed paint. What did you mix pearl into the base coats? Did you mix metallic? I don't know.
I did all of that.
Okay.
So there's pearl and metallics. So in both of the yellow and the pink, I started out with a fluorescent pink. It was actually a lot brighter, but over the yellow, it kind of dulled a little bit, but it's more salmon now. Mm-hmm. But I did the yellow, in yellow and pink, I mixed the pearl white, chrome silver, a rough gold, and some clear coat in there just to add some more protection.
Yeah.
And to thin it out a little bit. And then I just thinned it with leveling thinner, airbrushed everything, and yeah, it was a few rounds of painting and making sure that the mix was correct, but I still have all the touch-up paint too, so if it ever gets damaged, I can repair it, and all the edges are solid paint, so I can...
Guys, he offered me touch-up service on a competition body.
You gotta make it look good. You gotta make it look good.
I mean, it looks more than good. My golly, dude. So I got 2 questions for you.
Yes.
What are you most proud of? Because you said it was one of your most ambitious paint jobs yet, which is insane to me because I've seen some of your paint work in some model cars, and I'm like, this?
I've never done anything other than a two-tone.
Really?
The furthest I've ever gone is a two-tone with like just a straight line. So doing all the angled masking and everything, and doing like 3 rounds of paint and doing the reverse fade, I think was the hardest. Okay. Because that I had to like rack my brain on how to do that. But I'm in a OPM, the Outcast Plastic Modelers, and one of the members is a super paint nerd. Yeah. Like that's what he does. He does paint. He does amazing paint work. And I literally asked him, he sent me an entire like thread and with pictures and directions and everything.
Of how to do this.
So I was like, oh, I think I can get that. So I did it.
And then my last question to you is, what kind of attention would this get at like a model car like show or competition? Because like it is an RC car at the end of the day. But would this get positive attention?
Oh, the paint work would.
Could it win an award just off the paint work? Like
the problem with like model car shows and RCs is it's not a model kit. So typically they wouldn't allow entry, but it is a 1/24th model. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those in between, but the paint work, I sent this to all my buddies. I posted it on Facebook groups and everything and got a huge amount of attention from it. So I think people respect it. It's just not a model car, technically. So
so like car modeling is sounds really heritage.
Yeah, there are some like nuts and bolts guys that like our club is not one of those like rivet counters that will like make sure.
Rivet counter.
Yeah, that's what we call like people that are like so obsessive of it has to be exactly how the car is in real life in a 24 scale. Okay. So like our club does a lot more fun stuff. Like we all try to do stuff like this, like exciting, weird builds. So.
Well, thank you very much. This will stick out so much during the competitive season.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate it, and we got a bunch of trucks here, so let's have a fun Sunday. Yeah, thank you. And as you can see here, we're going to be climbing over some pretty amazing things with the stress of trying not to scratch this beautiful body. Now, of course, since it's a NerdRC Gizmo, we are able to climb up insane lines, especially for a Class 1 truck, as you can see here.
Don't scratch it.
No, don't put that pressure on me. I thought you said it was self-healing or some shit.
I mean, it does have a coating on it, but if you rub the paint off, it won't.
Ah, shoot. That looks
so
unbelievable, Mike. Oh my God. You know, we'll take it straight to the really hard line, because why not?
Eats it.
Easy. That truck is brushed, by the way. All in all, I'm very lucky to have this, and I'm lucky that Mike is my friend and wants to hang out with me and play RC cards with me. But anyway, if you liked this, like and subscribe. It helps me out. We've hit 1,200 subscribers. And remember, have a good one. Take care of yourself. And I hope at the end of it all that you have a good day. Goodbye.